So, I'm not certain that all the residents in the city of Linden know about the pending construction coming to the 2 blocks on Wood Avenue from Blanky Street to Elizabeth Avenue. So I'd like to talk about that. It appears to me, from who I've talked to, not the residents don't know about it, nor do the businesses really know about it. On May 22nd, on or about, they will start to, I'm going to use the term bump out, though I know it's incorrect, the curbs on each side of Wood Avenue, 4 feet on each side. So the curbs on your block will extend out 4 feet on each side. It'll bring down the current lane width of 13 feet on each lane to 9 feet on each lane. So you're losing 4 feet on each side. It will still have parking once they're complete. They think they will complete it sometime in August after they start on May 22nd. Wood Avenue will not shut down, but the sidewalks are going to be severely obstructed, as there's going to be parts of the sidewalks basically shut down while they're doing this. I have a couple questions, that I'm not completely sure on. I'm not sure that I can really get the answers tonight, but as per deliveries, is there a absolute, there's not going to be any room for double parkers anymore. I mean, this is a big thing.
Correct.
These people are going to still try to double park, and they're going to find a rude awakening. Is there an anticipated plan for the police department to jump up enforcement, because people are still, they're probably the same offenders. I bet it's the same 100 people all week that do it. Is there a plan to jump up enforcement to stop the double parkers? Because if you have someone double parking and you only have 9 feet, so you have a double parker, and then you have cars trying to go down Wood Avenue at 6 p.m., and God forbid Lieutenant Totoli has to get his truck down that street, is going to be impossible. I don't know if you guys have really thought this through or not. I know you want the money for the $1 million, because otherwise you're not going to get it from the state DOT grant. But I would like to hear from maybe the chief as well as the other chief. What's the plan for this? I mean, this could be a big problem if time comes up to it. I mean, if there's people in the road, there's a big truck in the way, and then the fire department's got to get through it. 18 feet total when you're talking 2 or 3 cars wide, and then a fire truck, that's impossible. Even 2 cars, 18 feet, 2 cars, and the fire truck, that seems impossible to me. I know the engineering standpoint of it. George gave me a lot of good information on it. I still think the trees should be smaller and not bigger trees. I hope that it works out better, but I'd like to hear from both chiefs on a plan for catastrophic situations if that were to happen.
Councilman Brown, before we go with you, Chief Dooley.
Yes, sir.
You know what we're doing in Wood Avenue, correct?
I'm familiar with it, yes.
Okay. Once it's done and finished, and I'm saying finished because while construction, there's always obstacles.
Yeah.
How will you get around that?
Well, as I understand the plan, we're still going to have plenty of road spaces, is that people aren't going to be able to double park. You're not going to have people creating illegal lanes on the road, because it really is 1 lane each way. Mm-hmm. And that should cut down a lot of that inappropriate driving, and we should have access. At the point that we get to look at everything and see all the plans, we can hopefully make a better decision. But the real problem that we're faced with, as far as traffic, is people creating their own lanes and people basically ignoring the lines on the roads. Lines don't mean anything anymore.
That's good, Mr. Roman. Chief Parham?
Good evening, sir. So currently, there is no active plan to address that. The plan is ongoing traffic enforcement from our district cars and from our parking enforcement officers. When this starts to come to fruition and we need to address it, we will deploy our resources out there and we will address it.
Thank you, Chief. I appreciate that.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to you have something to say? All right. Councilman Brown?
John, a couple of things. One, the streets are not going to be wider than 4 feet on each side. I've said this over and over again. 4 feet on one side, three feet on the other side. Number two, George could tell you that business owners and people were notified about it. Maybe not everyone got the notice, but as with any other street paving or any capital improvement, is that an engineering department does notify residents as far as the capital improvement projects. So they do that.
Yeah.
That's number two. Number three, as far as the improvements that's being done, is not just the city of Linden. The city of Linden is the DOT, it's engineering firms, this is a whole effort as far as major redevelopment that not just, forget Linden, the DOT, Department of Transportation, the engineering firms that we're working with Boswell, as well as another engineering firm, have done this work in other municipalities as well. So there are going to be some hiccups, we anticipate that, but we've had meetings with all these different parties in the room of how we're going to address some of these hiccups. It's not going to be smooth, we understand that, but this is a project that's been delayed for some time, that's going to happen. Spring. But George, if you can say when notification was sent out and what the process is.
Everybody was notified approximately a month ago. We sent out letters and we dropped off notices at every store. If they didn't notify the residents, it's not my fault.
It wasn't my intention to imply that the engineering department didn't do that. The businesses just didn't get the memo, obviously. Because when I was using the businesses, no one seemed to know about it. And though I was sat in the same meeting, and I know that they sent out memos a month ago. Okay. Yeah, no, absolutely.
Mr. Roman, your time is really up.
Plowing, is the county still going to plow the road, or is the city going to take over on it?
The city always plowed the road, Wood
That's
Avenue.
Wood Avenue? Okay.
Yeah, we always did. But, Mr. Roman, to make you feel at ease,
Yes.
okay, an engineer will not do a design without talking to the fire department and the police department.
Okay.
Okay, and talking from experience, we did the one in Melbourne,
Yeah.
which is the same thing. We kind of came out and made it smaller. There's no problems. Once everything's smoothed out and things are finished, there's no problems. The problems are going to be during construction.
It's just a concern that public safety people conveyed to me, and I looked at it, and it looked like a tight space. So I wanted to make sure all the residents knew about it, and also
Right.
that it was done the proper way.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.